to my channel, motherfuckers. Hey, giving you Janet J vibes. I am not a happy unicorn, okay? This video right here, this video got me feeling some type of way. Shout out to the young girl that stood her ground against the man. Check out this video.
It's because you're privileged. You were privileged your whole entire life.
And then throwing everything beneath it away because it doesn't pertain to you. I'm sorry, but you are no. I let you talk. I let you talk. You're gonna let me talk.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry that this is the way it is. It is fucked up. But white people control everything, and that's not fair. And when anybody, any other minority tries to say anything about it or change it, we're complaining or we're ungrateful or all this stuff because we still have this and that. But then you say something about, oh, there's too many Latinos or there's too many.
I didn't say that.
Then you did.
That's exactly.
I said I want to
You said you don't want this to turn into a Latin country.
I did not
because
say
there
that.
will be too many Latinos.
You want to preserve the American culture.
There is no American culture. And because you are white and you are so close-minded, you refuse to accept that. You refuse to accept.
Don't tell me I'm closed-minded.
Everything you've said to me is
Just
closed-minded.
because I don't agree with you doesn't mean
you
I'm
don't need to agree.
closed-minded.
I've had conversations with people that don't agree with me, but if they at least listen and try to accept, you're not accepting the truth.
Why do I have to accept what you think is right?
You need to accept the
Why?
truth, not what I think is right. What's
And let me
actually
tell you one
happening.
other thing. You said white people have been in control of everything. Who is the president of the United States right now?
A black man.
With a white Congress, with a white Senate, with white everything else, he doesn't have the control of everything.
Go off.
The number are so privileged, just like the physical body. Okay, let's put this on the smaller spectrum. You're
Do we
saying
have to scream?
yes, because I'm mad.
And this is why it's so important to have black educators, our children, for crying out loud. They're still teaching Columbus discovered America. They're still teaching Columbus discovered America. And this educational system is so fake, like, for lack of a better word. Like, they're not teaching these black and brown students about their true history, about their true selves. And these public, private, charter, whatever school you find yourself sending your kids to, they're not learning real history. And apparently this girl has parents that has been teaching her at home. It's so important to teach your children at home. You can't just rely on school to educate your children. You have to teach your children the real truth. It looks like these kids were in high school. This didn't look like a college classroom at all. It looked like high school, maybe even junior high school, but it kind of looked like, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say, you know, maybe they were between the ages of 14 and 18. Girl, yes, shout out to her parents, okay, for teaching that girl. That could be my daughter. That my daughter gonna be like that one day, you know, if God bless me with daughters. You know, I kind of want kings, you know, I want boys. My mom had all girls, so I kind of want all boys, because, like, I just grew up with girls. Like, I just girls. So it's just too many females. That's why I'm a girl's girl now. I grew up with nothing but girls. So, you know, I want my daughter to be just like that. Like, stand your ground. If she were a guy, like, if my daughter ever came home and said, you know, oh, I got suspended from school, and I saw that tape, and that was why she got suspended from school, girl, what you want to eat tonight? Okay, and we gonna find a new school to put you in. What you're not gonna do is say to a group of minority students that you hope this country doesn't become a Latin country, or, you know, it's just way too many Latin people. I wish they really would have started recording earlier, because I want to know exactly what he said, what he was teaching. But regardless of what he was teaching and what the conversation was, he has no rights. I think it's very interesting that a black girl stood up and fought. Like, I don't know if she is of Latin descent, but I think it just says so much about the black community and how we stand up for everyone and how we cape for everyone and how we feel so passionately about everybody's rights. Like, I'm just saying, I think that's noteworthy. Like, he didn't say, oh, I hope this country doesn't become a black country. He said, I hope this country doesn't become a Latin country. And she still felt so passionate about it, whether she was Latin or not Latin. She felt very passionate about it enough to say, yo, like, an injustice to them is an injustice to me. An injustice to you is an injustice to me. And I'm gonna speak up for injustices across the board. Shout out to you, princess. Yeah, really sad that as an educator, right, he's a teacher, he's an educator, his points were just so invalid and ridiculous and just stupid. I can tell that this is an old video because he said, oh, who's the president right now? A black man, right? So I think it's just really interesting that that was his argument. So you mean to tell me that because there is a black president, a half black president, you know, just being 100 with y'all, you know, Obama does have a white mother, and that may or may not have, that's a separate video, we not gonna get into this right now, that may or may have not played into him getting presidency. I said what I said, okay? I love Obama to death, but I said what I said. Anywho, but for him to say, oh, well, you know, racism doesn't exist, we have a black president. Are you freaking kidding me? She read him for filth. Hello, there's a white Senate. There are white congressmen. It's like, we're not gonna act like, oh, there's a black president. All the black issues are gonna be erased now. No, I really cannot believe that that was his rebuttal. And I'm looking at this man, I'm like, okay, you're clearly in your 50s or 60s teaching history. You don't have the range. You don't have the range. Okay? There are so many messages in this video. One being, you guys who have children, you guys need to be the first educators for your children, the first and the main educators for your children, because just relying on the school system, this is what these white teachers are telling them. Not all, of course. I had some really great white teachers. I just want to say that. So not all, but you don't want to risk the chance. And not every day is your child going to come home and say, hey, my teacher told me this, my teacher told me that. So they're digesting that for the most part. They're getting tested on this. This is being drilled into their brains, and it might be on a quiz. So you just want to make sure that you're actively teaching your children about their history, which means you have to know your history too. Secondly, Black girl magic in full effect, and how we put on a cape and we cape for everyone. From young to old, it's what we do. And lastly, this teacher needs to be fired because he ain't shit, okay? Let me know what you thought of this video. Subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, and I will see you at the next one. Bye, guys.